Holbrook Landcare network goes beyond the role of a normal landcare network. It's a very vibrant, producer-focused group with a professional governance and a professional board of directors.
And we got very good at getting a lot of projects and having a major impact actually on the landscape and the culture of the people in the Holbrook area.
There's been a real passion within the people of the district. We're a very large area. We worked in sub-catchment groups rather than just having small groups.
Our members could then become part of those committees and bring to us issues that they felt they wanted us to address on their behalf. And so as a result of that, we're now what we would call a landcare/producer organisation that services the high rainfall mixed farming zone of southern New South Wales.
It's run by local people. You're talking to farmers every day.
We have members from a very wide area, and we do a whole range of environmental and agricultural projects. So that might be demonstration trials, educational groups, discussion groups, environmental incentives, different rehabilitation works for environmental issues. It's just really whatever our members want and need at the time.
Holbrook Landcare Network is this fantastic in-between independent facility that we are able to get top quality information.
Holbrook Landcare lets you tailor some of that information and test it, and you can sit down with like-minded producers and say, we all have this need, what actually is the base question, and then set about answering that. And so you have that power of lots of people thinking together, but then also having a mechanism to go forward and find out where best to source that information or research or set up a new project that looks into something that services our needs.
What it really does is link whatever skills, whether scientists, researchers, and it puts it together with farmers so that we can solve many of our issues that we have here on the farm. By running projects such as the Alternative Fertilisers project, us as farmers are able to access the sort of information so that we can make decisions based on evidence, not based on a glossy brochure.
It's a wonderful network and it's a wonderful resource, I think, for both the farming community and the more urban community in Holbrook.
I'm Abby Patton and I'm from the Holbrook Landcare Network, involved with the Women in Ag group. We had a welding workshop, well, it was booked out the day we advertised it, like the Veggie Garden Day. I've had huge wraps.
It's very exciting. We've got about 14 or 15 different active projects at the moment, a heap of different partnerships with government, with organisations such as MLA and AWI, with Woolworths and other funders like that, Caring for Our Country, Murray CMA, some great partnerships.
The Bushlinks project is helping farmers to revegetate on their farms along areas that are going to benefit wildlife. So we are able to access a lot of scientific information from our partners in the Slopes to Summit and Great Eastern Ranges in order to target incentive works into areas that are going to benefit the wildlife and biodiversity the most.
In autumn 2 years ago, the banded regent honeyeater turned up in the tree over my shoulder, which was a fantastic surprise to see a bird that was new to me, having lived here for 40 years. It immediately struck to me as something special and something unique.
And trying to get the best investment for the government dollar in the places where it's really going to matter for wildlife.
I'm hosted by the Holbrook Landcare Network. It's a project that covers the entire Murray catchment in southern New South Wales. We've got 4 part-time staff employed in 4 different landcare groups across the catchment.
Holbrook Landcare Network can be the facilitator or in-between person between the farmers on one hand that are of need and wanting to get research on ground and answer questions.
Involvement with Dad in learning rotational grazing practices and things like that is sort of puts you in good stead for future movements of the farm and maybe developing more sustainable farming practices.
I think it's a very important service that Holbrook Landcare Network can provide to our producers is to keep them in touch with the science that is happening around us and keep the scientists in touch with producers to make sure the information flow is going both ways.
There's this wonderful balance that Because it's a Landcare network, you get that balance between making sure that these systems are fitting into a robust and sustainable natural ecosystem and how it all works together. So it's a wonderful source of information and balancing all the needs within a community.
We're on a high at the moment. We've got lots of projects happening. We're really trying to service the needs of everybody and every interest. So there's always something for everyone. Lots of news going out all the time, and we're really inclusive. We have fun. We want people to join and feel that we're offering them something, and so we welcome new members, new people to come along to our days, and yeah, look forward to everything just continuing to grow and be wonderful.